Let's go, baby. Hot Take Central 2.0, not from the J. Randolph Jr. studios. We're live from the Sports Central studio. We look very important. I am very blue today.
You look beautiful.
I kind of think so. I look blue.
Let's be honest, though. Before Cam said, this light blue is cute.
It looks really good. It pops, baby. It pops. Gosh, dang.
I have a question, though.
What up, everybody? Look at us. Let's go.
Now, where's Rock's camera?
See,
all right, sorry.
Rocks, can we pump his tires up real quick?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So we got Oli Marmol coming on at 9 o'clock. Not because I'm interested in what he's saying or has to say, but because I was challenged on the chat line. Why can't you get? I could get up.
Then let's go.
We do it 2 hours. All right. So he's doing it now. So he's doing it at 9 o'clock. So I text him. He goes, "Is this video?" I go, "No." And he goes, "Why?" And I go, "Because I don't know if we can, and I don't know if the board op can do it." So I was like, "Hold on." I text Rockio, and it's prime country club martini time.
Yes, yes.
And he gets right back to me, and he said, "I go, can we do this?" And he goes, "Yeah, not a problem." And I thought to myself, this guy is not destined for the long haul in radio, because in radio you're not supposed to answer
No.
after hours.
No.
And you're supposed to complain that nothing is possible,
Exactly.
in case it might lead to extra work
for you. Rock did it, took care of it. I told Ali we'll do video.
And now I'm going to lord over both of you, just above you the entire show, like the sword of Damocles in host form.
You got him early, set all this up. He looks evil. He does. Baby, we love it.
This really works with my negative motif on the show.
How is the volume of our vices? Does it sound pretty clear out there, guys?
Yeah, everyone let us know. This is a volume setup we're used to. This is just the STL Sports Central setup, but we are doing it differently. It is a little bit crazy today, so just let us know if it's sounding good.
Yeah, they're saying not very loud. This is terrible. I can barely hear you. Chad is not interested in what Ali has to say. Nice sell. So that's what Putty changed.
Tell him to pump up comp 2.
Hey, Putty, simmer the heck down. Yeah, maybe just turn it up a little bit.
I do feel like we're in the big boy set. We are. These are the seats that make Dave Green money.
Exactly.
The ones in there
cost him money. Cost him money. I feel like Randy Carricker is going to come in here and be like, "I don't know. My seat was a little bit adjusted differently. I don't know if I want to mess anything up. I'm going to take my chew bottles out of here. I'm going to clean this up." I know. Don't smell anything. But it was nice.
There is something I did want to say, if I may, just so I can get it out of the way. There's some in the Post Dispatch by Don Caesar. And he wrote that I'm getting my games cut. I'm going to have less games. I'm still working it out. I'm not going to be on a lot of the road games, but it's all fine. I don't get to make the decisions, and life goes on.
Life goes on, baby.
Not a big deal, but I'll still be on a lot of the games, and everything's fine.
They'll still see you down the ballpark.
I don't get to make the decisions, and it is what it is. That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Now we can move on.
We can move on from it. He spell your name right?
I didn't read that closely.
It's right here.
I just saw the headline again. I did text Dan and say, you could have mentioned that for context, that I'm on the radio every day, Monday through Friday, and that I got a podcast called Cardinals Territory with some beloved Cardinal players. But nah.
No. Nah. Don't mention that. Don't mention that. Yeah, we are trying to adjust the volume. If you guys, I know you guys are. Sounds way better now, Blake. Is that what you said? All right, good. Rock's figuring it out. This is new. This is all new. No big deal. It's all new. Rock came in here early, did his thing, and now we're in the big boy chairs. I like it.
I also wasn't sure when the person who's saying it was super quiet, was that on YouTube or was that on the radio? Just wondering.
Okay. Yeah. Was it YouTube or radio? And people on YouTube are saying it's from YouTube. And I think my dad just said that he can't hear me either, but he might be on radio. I don't know. Dad, where you at? Let me know what you're listening to. But yeah, we got Oli coming on at 9. Yeah, we're gonna let him have it. That's what we do. I don't know if you guys watched the Blues game last night. That wasn't good. Jesus. I know Nashville's playing better. It's good to see Ryan O'Reilly do his thing out there, but God, they just looked like they had nothing. Robbie Fabry looked pretty good, although he took a 4-minute high sticking penalty. But he set up the young kid for his first NHL goal, which is always good. Hugh McGing. That's always nice to see that. But
that's nice. But let's be honest, like it hasn't been a good season so far for Nashville. They're not good.
No.
I know they've been better.
They've been better,
but they're beatable.
No doubt. They're older. They're beatable. They've been beatable pretty much all year. The past maybe week, they've been turning it on a little bit, but the Blues couldn't figure that out. I know we got young kids in the lineup. I get all that, but they didn't do. Listen, when your skill set's not there, you got to do the little things every shift, slowing down a neutral zone, winning 50-50 battles, clearing the damn front of the net out. And you didn't do that. You're going to really lose games because you don't have that high offensive power. You're not as deep as you were at the beginning of the year. And even at the beginning of the year, you couldn't figure it out. So, man, it's frustrating. You could see Jim Montgomery in his face, his frustration, and he doesn't know what to do. And you could blame him for certain things. Fine. It's on the players. And every team's banged up besides maybe a handful. You should see the injury list on these teams. Everybody banged up. They're all going through the same damn thing. Maybe not Colorado. That's why they don't lose games. But that was just, the performance was not there. And guess what? They got another game tonight playing against the Chicago Blackhawks. I watched Bedard the other night. He was phenomenal.
Who?
Bedard.
The guy
that I wrote off the first week of the season.
Listen,
as an 18-year-old kid,
Blues are
I'm an idiot.
Situation, especially being banged up, where everyone has to contribute and there's no margin for error. They're not just battling whoever. They're not just battling the opponent.
Don't start that.
They're not just battling the opponent. They're also battling the curse of Strickland. And that is a tough thing.
It's still around. It's still hovering around. The curse of Andy Strickland.
Here's the good news. Yeah, it's been awful. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But if they, and it's a big if, can find some sort of traction on the ice, which is slippery, they're 4 points out of a wild card. Like, I don't know how the maths that way. Shouldn't they? They're 4 points out.
They're 4 points out of a wild card, but you have to.
How does it math that way?
How do you?
You know what it is? Don't say it's parity. There's a lot of crud.
Yeah, there is. Besides, I'm looking right now. Besides Colorado and Dallas, basically Vegas, and I mean, there's a couple. Those guys are just blowing everybody out, but everybody else is somewhat mediocre. So you're still there, but you got to pass Winnipeg. They got a hurt goalie in Connor Hollebuck. You got to pass Seattle. You got to pass Utah. Chicago's right there with 32 points. San Jose is in that second wild card spot with 33 points. They just beat Toronto last night. They look super fast. The Blues don't look fast. And even like a guy like Dvorsky, man, like I don't notice him. I don't know if he's banged up or not, but he still doesn't have a 5-on-5 goal. I don't notice him 5-on-5. He let his man go in front of the net. I think it was one of Stammer's 4 goals. Steven Stamkos, give you a little shout out. He's 6 away from 600. Steven Stamkos is an ultimate awesome leader. Great guy. I was playing with the Devils in 2012. Adam Motes was my assistant coach, and he's like, Cam, your sticks suck. He's such a stickler for the sticks. He's like, your sticks suck. You can't get the puck off the wall the right way because you need a different curve. I go, well, what kind of curve? He goes, let me call Stammer. He called Stammer after practice. Stammer picks up, boom. He goes, hey, I'm with Cam. Can you send him some of your sticks? Stamkos sent me 10 of his sticks. I still use that same curve now. It helped me out so much. Little shout out, Steven Stamkos. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you have? 4 goals?
Last night, yeah. And all in front of the net, too.
Yeah, let's thank you, Stamkos.
Thank you, Stamkos, for the sticks in 2012. No, for the sticks in 2012. Not for dominating the game last night. Not for dominating last night.
And I
didn't like that.
Let's be honest, right? He's 35.
Yeah.
And he still dominates games. Philip Rivers, 44.
What's going on here?
You know what? The olds are emerging.
Let's go.
62 is the new 30.
Yes. And 40 is the new 28.
And you're right, though. There were a lot of opportunities. What did Panger call them? Juicy rebound.
Juicy rebound.
Right there.
Clear the front of the net.
Just right there for the taking.
Clear the front of the net. It's all you got to do.
Also, guys not hustling back.
Just nothing. They didn't have anything. And then they had to travel home and they play Chicago tonight too. Like, man, Woo!
Is this bad, Cam? You're a former Blue.
Yeah.
And you know I'm pro all St. Louis teams.
Yes.
I'd say I'm a former rights holder, but a rights holder.
Yeah.
And so I root. Like I watch the games and I root. It wasn't going well. And so I switched channels, flipped around a little, and I started watching Caribbean Life, where they show homes for sale and in these beautiful island paradises.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta admit, I didn't flip back to the Blues. There's something that made me feel peaceful about living on an island.
You know, I watched that too. Where
like
was it
that?
at?
HGTV.
No.
Oh,
where was
all different?
Like St. Martin.
St. Martin's.
Oh, yeah.
They had like and some little islands that I hadn't heard of. Here's the thing though. Like some of them, you notice are like, oh, they're on a tropical island paradise, but they have bars on the windows. I think that means
Honduras.
that there's a chance that people with machetes could show up at your front door.
That's why it's a $300,000 beachfront home, because it's in Honduras, not in St. Martin's
nice.
or Exuma or
and you know what else too with the condos? They're like, okay, it's like 260,000. You're like, that's really inexpensive. And they go, what's the HOA or the condo fee? That's $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's how they get you sometimes.
If you do live on an island, though, man, it's something, you have a house or whatever, you need something fixed. Whew. You know, A, it's really expensive. B, it ain't going to get done like it maybe would here. You know what I mean? It's like on,
oh, I'm sure.
You know, like they're like, what time? Okay, we'll be
one of them. The guy was like kind of a curmudgeon, had a little Rockio in him, but he was a man's man. So the wife wants to move. You could tell she makes the money. She has an online business, and he's whatever, dear.
Yes,
and she wants to move to one of these islands, and he's getting ticked throughout the whole show because they order a drink, and you don't get it until like 12 minutes later because that's island life. Things don't happen quickly.
They don't. And it's very noticeable. I'm telling you.
But if you're not stressed out, you got to know. That's what I like.
That's true too.
So
Like, just slow down. Your whole life
with
slow
my
down.
family, and we're going somewhere like there's traffic, or I'm like, most days we have things we have to be at or places to be.
Yeah.
When we don't, I don't sweat it, right? Because we got nowhere else to be. Relax.
Chill. Breathe.
Most days we do.
There you go, Rockio. Oh, look at that. Rockio sounds like he's taking a mega. Gino, stop it. Stop. Pull the truck over and take your damn time. Rockio sounds like he's talking a megaphone. Jimmy is still almost mute. I think Rockio is doing that on purpose. Is he muting you on purpose? Do I sound fine?
Of course. You're the star.
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
Thank you.
I want to look at what we got here because this is the big set. I'm looking to see. We got the chips. I like that. I just feel like
This is nice, man.
It is nice.
It is
it's a nice set. I don't see a menorah.
Oh my! I'm getting uncomfortable.
The station
too much Christmas going on around here, and I don't. Oh, there it is. Put it on, Jimmy. That's great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Okay, now all right.
I mean, the station's owned by
Thank
Dave
God.
Green.
I know.
He just brought in bagels with a schmear. I mean,
I have told Dave that if he wants representation, that he has to bring his own stuff
There
in.
it is.
So
Yep.
I just brought in stuff that I had laying around my house.
and you had a yarmulke?
You had a yarmulke?
Yeah. Leon, listener Leon brought that to a remote like 10 years ago.
And you saved it. Well, good.
Did you wash it?
All right. As long as we represent.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's one thing you could say the show isn't good. We're not smart. And you're right. But we are inclusive.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Wait,
do you have to wear that all the time? If you're
I don't ever wear
no, but
dress.
I feel like, do some people wear that 24/7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Why
about
are you laughing?
I don't know about bedtime.
Is that a stupid question? Because I feel like Ben Shapiro wears it all day, every day. And there's some guys that kind of have it on and have it off. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I want to learn.
Hey, Rock, I have a question.
I'm worried I'm going to be too loud again.
So when we do this thing with the manager,
Yes.
will he be able to see the comments from
chat on his feed.
Man, for
No.
some reason when I jump on, I realize this is audio. I'm going to jump back off.
Roderick said no.
All right. I wish he could. Yeah. So when we have Oli Marmol on and you want to ask him questions, feel free. I mean,
Yeah.
I got questions. I'm just like, I read a lot of what he says and what Heim says and the stuff that happened at the winter meetings. And I just don't know. You can analyze it and put it under the microscope. I just don't know if there's a lot of real info to get out of it. We're going to do our best.
You're damn right we are. We're going to dig something out of him.
Like, why does he walk around like he got groceries under his arm?
You want to take a break now, Rock? Okay. All right. We're going to take a break now. All right.
We also got to do our guarantees.
And we got to do our guarantees. Okay. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We will be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0. Let's go, baby. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Janssen, Jim the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio. We're doing our thing right here in the Big Dog Studio. The Big Dog Studio. This whole place is the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, but this is where the big dogs sit. We get stuck in that place over there, which I like.
JV field. We're on
What's
the
he
JV
saying?
field.
Oh, yeah. So JV.
Johnny
What's Johnny saying?
had a good one. He said, where is it? He said, Rock is trying to mute the cat like FanDuel.
How's that mic, Rock? How's that mic over there, baby?
You guys tell me. You guys tell me how this mic sounds.
Yeah.
Change things up. I hope it sounded better for everybody out there.
Well, we can only hear you from.
I'm talking into it so the other people can hear.
So
It sounded a little quiet to me in my ear, so
Really?
I'm gonna just boost it up a little bit.
Boost it up, baby. Boost it up. Oh man. Any other news on the Sharon update?
Well, it's not Sharon.
Sharon. Why do I mess that up? Sharon sounds cooler, I think.
Who was the
Sharon.
guy? Who was the football player, the battle hawk we had on?
Oh no. Oh, Leroy. I call him Leroy.
You called an NFL Hall of Famer named Leroy Glover, and you called him Leroy.
Yes.
Hold on. It wasn't just calling him that in the middle of an interview, like a
No.
little misstep.
Like Rocchio.
He introduced him incorrectly.
Oh, I know. That's why I
That's
get
fun.
nervous. That's why I get nervous.
That's rough.
All right.
You know what I
Oli
mean?
Marmol.
That's rough,
Oli
boy.
Marmol. Ollie.
Should we have him call him Oliver?
No, I don't
Call him Mr. Marmol.
I'm going to turn my hat around backwards for him, but I don't want to. He doesn't know me, so I don't want.
All right. I will pay you $150 if in the middle of the interview you go, hey, Shilty, and drop in a hey, Shilty.
Don't even say that.
Why?
Don't put it in my head.
Shilty.
Don't stop.
Shilty.
La la la. Stop.
That's mean to Cam. Yeah, you can't.
Thank
You
you.
can't play. You can't play games with Cam's brain.
Can I read TJ's
When I-
tweet from yesterday?
Yeah, let's dive into this.
Wait,
I guess it's
before-
tertiary to the Sharon Moore
While you find that,
conversation.
when I was setting this up with Ali, I did respond with a little emoji of Shilty. He let it. He has nothing against Shilty.
No.
Shilty.
Stop.
Shilty.
Ali Marmol. Ali Marmol. So anyway, I saw Rock. I like when Rock gets fired up on Twitter, and he quote tweeted TJ Moe last night. And TJ, I'll read his. Now it's a pin tweet. He's got 7.2 million. I guess I don't know. Whatever impressions. That's what it's called. Choosing a young, attractive woman as your executive assistant is a mistake. It's unwise. Sharon Moore has a wife, 3 kids, his dream job, and claims faith in
Sharon.
Jesus.
That was good timing on that, wasn't it?
Perfect.
He's not uniquely undisciplined. Many men struggle with lust. He put himself in a compromising position. As a young man, you have an obligation to protect yourself and your family, and the best way is to never place yourself in a situation where you might make this mistake. He put the temptation in front of him every day. Many men have and would stumble the same way in this position. Protect yourself and your family by being wise about who you choose to surround yourself with every day. And that's why I have you next to me and Rocchio next to me
Ugliness.
and Grant and Rai. And that's what you do. You surround yourself with men. No temptations.
Sorry,
Not here.
Sorry. What do you do with the Blues again?
What?
What?
I didn't put myself in that situation. I was asked to be put in that situation. I just said yes.
Should have said
And
no.
you handle it like a respectable adult.
Exactly.
Because that's what you are. You're a
Thank you.
functioning member of society, unlike apparently all of these people out here who don't know how to function in society. I'm sorry. If that's your take on this situation, you do not know how to function in a polite society. It's a bonkers position to take.
It's the woman's fault.
It's about having self-control. And it's like, well, you shouldn't put yourself in positions where you might slip up. Or you could just not be a coward and a weakling. And you could simply, I don't know, have a little self-control, not abuse your power, just basic things that make you a decent person. And instead of being like, yeah, this is what happens when you have women around you. The response should be, yeah, this is what happened when men who lack self-control have power.
However, there is
staring.
There's an
into
element
TJ's
though
soul.
where we all can learn from it. Like Cam, I don't know what we have to do to get a 75% raise,
I know.
but count me in.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Hey, Dave.
And you know what? It's her fault too. I mean, it's his fault, but like,
Well, yeah, obviously
she knows what she's
too.
doing. You know, she's not banging the video guy. She wants to hang with the big dog. You know, so it's like you know, she's still a scumbag as well. But
Yeah.
he had the power, and he can't help. I can't help myself. I just can't.
But that's
you got 4 kids.
if you
Idiot.
If you're in the position of power, and if you're a head coach at Missouri, I mean, if you're a head coach in Michigan, you have power.
You're the big
power.
dick.
You have to act responsibly.
No doubt. And again,
Don't act like it was a misstep. No, it wasn't.
misstep.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You didn't accidentally leave your cell phone at the restaurant. You know, like that's not
Exactly.
what you did was a choice.
Yeah.
You know, like don't try to conflate the two.
She tripped and fell on me. No. You set this up. You know, it
And I'm getting people in my mentions who are like, well, no, it's about respect to your family to not put yourself in this situation. There is no situation being at work with a female employee, or let's just phrase this as an employee of the opposite sex. This isn't like not putting yourself in the, like, you have to work with other human beings. That's what the person is. Walking into work and being like, every woman here is a temptation for me. That problem is in your brain, not in anybody else's. So you have to look inside, do some self-reflection, and realize how you need to be, a functional member of society instead of being like, oh my God, it's the opposite sex. I can't contain myself. That's a weird way to go about life.
you can't contain your
Get
lust.
professional help.
And you're a
What if-
college football coach?
If you're a sex addict, get professional help.
Exactly.
But maybe they meant it in a different way. Maybe they meant don't let that interaction get to the next level.
That's
You
not
know
what they're
what I
saying,
mean?
though.
Like,
No.
to me,
That's not what they're saying, though. Jim.
Okay.
They're if they were saying that, I'd have no issue with it. But they're not saying that.
Okay,
They're saying you can't. It's the whole Mitt Romney never takes a meeting with a woman alone, or guys who are like, I can't be in an elevator in a alone with another
It
woman.
wasn't Mitt Romney. It was what's his name? Dark or
Was it not Mitt Romney?
no, it
Mike Pence. Sorry,
Mike Pence. Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad. I was confusing
all good. I'll correct
vice
you.
presidential
Yeah,
candidates.
No.
But again, like it's not a misstep. Like you let this relationship
Yeah, that's.
get to a certain level.
She wasn't in the elevator and then
Yeah.
came out and said, Sharon Moore came on to me. That's
Yeah.
not what happened here. That's
Yeah.
like he pursued a relationship. And then also, by the way, when it all came crumbling down, he threatened to murder her.
That's frowned upon,
Yeah.
right?
And
Yes.
and in her
Criminally,
case,
obviously.
she let it happen too.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there is an element of victimhood because he had all the power.
But that's why she
But-
liked him. It's
but-
because he had all the power too. Again, she's not gonna go sleep with the video guy.
I'm just
You know.
that's probably true. I'm just saying there's a lot of blame to go around there, and the victim is the wife and the kids.
Yes. Has she said anything yet?
The wife or
Yeah, the wife.
I don't believe she's made a
Yeah, I haven't
public
seen
statement,
anything
no.
yet.
That-
on
and
that.
again, because there's a wife and because there's the other woman involved, I just don't think there was any covering up.
These two
There's
morons.
no way this was
I told you this
gonna-
yesterday. These two morons, when you're in that situation and you're trying to, you don't even realize how many people are watching every move you make, every time you stand somewhere, every time you look at her. You're looking at her in a different way now that you have this sexual relationship with her. You don't even know that you are, but you are. And she's doing the same thing to you. And everybody around you is seeing it. They knew this from the get-go. I'm telling you, you can't hide it, although you think that you are. Stupid. They knew about this for a while back then. You kidding? Man, oh man. These college football coaches, boy. Woo! God dang.
Science says TJ's post is completely on point. Sharon Moore is an example of a man who was in over his head personally and professionally. But yes, because he makes bad decisions, not because the athletic department hired a woman to be his assistant. That's the point. TJ's making the point that he made the mistake of having a woman as an assistant. No. He made the mistake of sleeping with the woman who was his assistant. It's like, yeah, he made a mistake. For some reason, you guys are people like TJ want to draw the line as the mistake being hiring a woman. Weird way to draw the line, my guy. There you go.
Control yourself, my guy.
There you go. I just
That's
don't.
a condescension cue.
Yeah.
In hindsight, you can't say TJ is wrong. No, I did, and I will again because he is.
That's your opinion.
Do you think TJ's wrong?
Yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
way I think I read it from. I don't remember it from what he said. Yeah, look, you don't have to isolate yourself. It's on you. Don't let it get to the next level. Be professional.
They're
That's
literally
all.
saying isolate yourself.
Yeah.
Never ever be in a position where somebody in a close position to your job where you're going to be alone with them is a woman. Never put yourself in that position, because obviously men stray and you're not going to be able to help yourself. Or just help yourself.
Or the bottom line is too, like,
Just don't cheat.
if a woman,
This isn't a hard bar to clear, my guy. Like, this isn't a hard bar to clear. And people are just like, well, I don't want to put myself in the situation. If you put yourself in the situation and you fail, it's because you are weak. It's not because somebody else was there and then you broke. You would have broken in any other situation. You would have found the situation to break, and then you would have done exactly what you're doing now. Blame other people. Have some self-accountability. Have some self-control. Be an adult. This is preschool stuff.
it's also inherently wrong if there's a woman who happens to be really attractive, who literally is the best person for the job and overly qualified for it, and is going to do a great job, and you would say, no,
You're too good
because
looking.
you know what I mean? Like, that's as unfair as not hiring someone because they're old or are on too many games.
Well, at least Sharon has Shannon Sharp
Get your
on his side.
Rooster says it takes two to tango. She's a terrible person for doing that with a married
she's
man. No
bad
doubt.
too.
That is full-on scumbag behavior. You know his family. Heck, you probably shook hands with his wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolute scumbag.
She's a scumbag too, man. Is
Uh,
she
John-
fired?
I'm sure she probably is, yeah.
People were questioning
I
that.
don't know.
People
you're
were
right.
questioning
You're
that.
You're right. You're
I
right.
saw
You're right.
pundits
You're right.
questioning that.
Okay.
Did she get fired?
Well, you probably can't fire her after her boss that forced her to the abortion tried to kill her. I imagine
That's
you
that,
can't really fire.
Let me
that
just say,
person at that point. I
someone
don't
who
know.
someone who
no,
is
you can
litigious,
fire her ass, dude.
someone who is litigious. I'm not saying me
No,
would
no,
say,
no, no.
man, that seems like a pretty good case.
from
to
her
make.
from her perspective,
Yes.
from a wrongful termination perspective.
Yes. And
Wow.
I guarantee
Fair.
that the
That's fair.
legal team at Michigan understands this and will work out an arrangement that moves the ball forward for
I
everybody.
think you're right. Johnny C says, yeah, if you don't have self-control in certain areas, you don't put yourself in those situations. That's called wisdom. No. Okay. The not putting yourself in the situation isn't not hiring people or forcing your employer to jump through hoops so that you can do your job without having sex with somebody else. You need to take a sabbatical from the job and go get professional help. If you can't control yourself in those situations, when children don't have self-control, we put them in timeout. When adults don't have self-control, we put them on sabbatical or leave from work and we get them professional help. Sharon Moore clearly, before this happened, needed a sabbatical from work and to be put into some kind of, I don't know what it is, sex addiction or what kind of therapy he needed, but he needed professional help because clearly he couldn't control himself in a public and polite society.
God.
Because that's what normal humans do. They go to work with somebody of the opposite sex and they treat them like an employee and then they go home and they live their life. That's what normal people do.
It's easy for you to say you work with some of the ugliest people in America.
I also worked with plenty of women.
I'm kidding.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
And so
It
did
was a
Cam.
joke.
I know.
I know.
My guy, it was a joke.
There you go. That's good.
Oh.
We got a bunch of chats here.
What are they saying?
Oh,
What are
no.
they saying?
Putty
Oh,
Jam,
no.
it is one thing to work with a coworker, but another to seek out a young, attractive, impressionable girl as your personal assistant. That's the power factor things.
Yeah.
You can't abuse the power. That's a big thing.
Would you say, if you were guessing, that we don't know this woman, and it's almost an insult to her because we don't know her abilities or her background, but would you say, based on knowing what this guy did, that when he picked an assistant, he was looking for certain
He
characteristics?
probably was.
Hell yeah, he was. Of course he was.
But the opposite of that, because some people are going to look for that characteristic, the opposite of that is then not saying, well, for certain jobs, you just can't hire attractive women if you're a man. That's just, you can't be biased in that way either. He made a mistake. He hired in a biased way that was also sexist. The response to that isn't simply other just as sexist hiring practices.
Well, you're assuming that's why he hired this
no,
woman.
I'm saying, yeah,
maybe
that's the
maybe she
potential.
has great abilities that we don't know about. It was almost
Yeah.
misogynistic for you to say that.
No, I'm saying
Maybe
if
she has
that was the
great
case
ability.
from your point. Ellipses, I agree with Rock. You are an adult. You need to have self-control as a functional member of society, but at the same time, that woman knew what she was doing. She knew who he was married and went for it. No doubt.
No doubt about
No
it.
problem.
Exactly.
You can reject people, though.
Yeah.
Do you think this
You can
could have
say
been,
no, thank you.
No doubt.
do you think this could have in any way been covered up if they wanted to?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I mean, it's been happening according to sources since 2024. So yes.
I disagree because I think the school started looking into it because the whispers got too loud, and they had to at least look into it to know what they were dealing with. And I think something exacerbated this situation outside of police involvement.
Yeah, he
'Cause
lost he lost to Ohio State.
You honestly think that's it? No, I
Not
told
really,
you
no.
some people.
I'm sure to your point, this is usually one of those things where it's the university and him are trying to stay one step ahead of everybody, and eventually there's a confluence of events,
Right.
and no one can run anymore, and it all came crumbling down on its
You
head.
have two disgruntled parties.
Oh man.
I do think Michigan's also going to be in some trouble
I was
because
going to ask you that.
well, the report yesterday came down that they had received reports that Sharon Moore was acting erratically and was mentally unstable. And then they fired him without security or an HR representative present. So I feel like Michigan's going to probably get slapped on the wrist for that because that's just not how you do
What's the worst thing that could
That's not
happen?
how $1 billion, business or organization isn't supposed to do those things.
What could happen to Michigan that could be really, really bad for
I mean, they could get scholarships pulled and postseasons suspended from them.
that's
But usually that's when there's this a huge institutional thing that creates a lot of problems, like on the football field, you're cheating, a lot of like sexual assault issues with your players. I don't know if a one-off, affair and then a criminal event from that affair, like after he was fired, I don't know if that is something where the NCAA says a lack of institutional control, scholarships in postseason. But I'm saying is on like a administrative side of things. Like there's councils that Michigan's part of as like a university that are going to probably slap them on the wrist for firing somebody in a very bad, poor way that was clearly.
Or how about
Poorly
not
handled.
noticing that someone's assistant
That too.
got a giant
That too.
raise
That too.
for no reason?
What'd she do? Filing those papers. Oh, let's see. Cam, keep Kate away from Sharon. He'll be all over that. Oh, yeah, I know. It's a nightmare. Good God. He's going to hire Kate to be his assistant. Brutal. They're working late tonight. My God. Gino, Rocchio is smarter and more moral than every person on earth.
I don't think
Freedom
that.
rings.
I don't think that. I know a lot of people who don't cheat on their wives.
I don't.
Is that I'm sorry, is
No.
if you cheat on your wife, you made a huge mistake and you're kind of weak in one way or another in most cases? Is that not kind of a universally accepted axiom about people who cheat? It's not noble, it's not righteous. Like are we not coming down on people who step out on their family anymore? I thought that was a pretty universal thing we all thought was a bad thing.
No, I think it. And you think about it. You're cheating on your kids.
Kids
too.
are going to be tortured in school for a long time because
What are
of
you
your
doing?
dumbass. Because of your dumbass. You
What are you
can't control
doing?
yourself. And your 4 kids will be tortured by everyone in school. And there's no way to avoid that. Way to go. Not to mention your wife going to the grocery store. Like, good God.
Gino says this shouldn't
Out of
surprise
your
you that
mind.
it's the TJ's take shouldn't surprise you. It's biblical. It tells you not to put yourself in a spot of temptation. Yeah, but the thing with biblical thought processes, they're not always logical. And if you want to take this from a biblical perspective, I can.
Yeah.
The comment that you're supposed to gouge your eyes out if you see lust is a commentary that it's the lust is your problem and it's your thing to fix yourself. And to not feel lust when you work with another woman is simply a job of your own self-reflection and realizing that the person probably deserves more respect from you as an employee, as a coworker, to not be an object of your lust. So work on that yourself. Gouge out your eye. work on it yourself. It has nothing to do with anybody else in the world. No one else has to tiptoe around you and make sure they're not in the elevator with you, or make sure that there's a supervisor if they take a meeting with you. That at that point, you're letting other people now have to work around your issue. Gouge out your own eye, deal with your own issue.
Put an eye patch
to me,
on.
I wouldn't even go biblical on it. I believe you always have to sort of define your terms, because sometimes you're arguing about something that you'll never agree on, or you just don't understand the other point. So put yourself in a position of temptation. What are we talking about? Are you talking about working with someone who is attractive and you can't get past that temptation? That's on you.
Yeah.
Just being in the room with someone isn't temptation. Just working with someone of the opposite sex is, if that's temptation, then yes, you have the problem.
We left the bells in there. Damn it.
Yeah.
Joe, hit a bell.
Hit a bell in there, please.
Hit a bell.
Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, I opened up my phone and the first thing I saw was the screenshot of the headline from the Post-Dispatch. Jimmy, what the hell?
I saw that too.
God.
I saw it too. Show the camera.
The headline is ridiculous. The headline, it just says, when you said, I thought you were being tongue-in-cheek when you said that it was less Jim Hayes, more Alexa Dat. I thought you were reading that as tongue-in-cheek, but that's literally the headline of the story. That's insane. Also, somebody on Facebook posted it, and you can probably guess who. We'll keep rolling here.
Yeah.
When Rock asked Ali a question, can he please end the question with "my guy"?
Can you imagine Rock at a family holidays after a few drinks yelling at everybody on how they should live? Do you do that, Rockio?
If they come out and say super misogynistic or racist things, yeah, sure.
Does that happen in your family?
No, not really.
Okay.
You say not really.
Yes.
No offense. I examine things.
Wow.
I'll change that to not at all. Like, I can't remember the last time we had that like stereotypical family party thing. And the big thing is I don't go to one side of my family's parties anymore.
Because of that?
No, not because of that. Because I don't want to talk to any of them ever again, honestly. So
What side is that?
There's one side of my family. I don't put them on blast. They know who they are.
Okay.
I don't go to their stuff anymore. I washed my hands and said, you know what? If this is the kind of people we're gonna be, I'm done.
Damn.
I walked away. That's the beautiful thing about being an adult. You get to pick who your family is. It's fantastic. It's the best part about being an adult.
You know, people change over time. Sometimes they soften.
Yeah.
I wouldn't shut the door forever.
I don't like
family when you're a young person.
Thank you, because I agree with you too. That happened close to me as well, and it was brutal. It was.
So
and then you know what? You get a little bit older and you pass away, and then you look back and you're like, what? Why did you two connect?
And people do
Stupid.
People do change or soften, and sometimes maybe you'll change and see it a little differently. I just think people that write families off when they're young and never re-examine it, or at least leave the door open, that's a mistake. That's how I look at it. We've had, I'm an older guy. My family, we've had little things, and eventually they're forgotten.
Oh, this wasn't like a weird like political argument. It was that I don't care if I'm related to you. If you're a bad person, I don't need you in my life.
What define a bad person?
Like if you've never been kind to me in your entire life, why do I need to act like we have some kind of connection because we have the same grandparent? We have no connection. You're a person, I'm a person. We had the same grandparent. We've never gotten along.
Shared DNA.
We've never felt.
DNA.
I don't care about sharing DNA.
No, if they're bad to you,
blood
that's
is
different.
not. Blood is not thicker than water.
Listen, if someone made a mistake, right, and it's not your job to like hold it against them the rest of your life, I'm not even thinking of any.
But I'm just saying, why would I treat you bad? Then why would I have people in my life?
Yeah, if they treat you badly, that's different.
If I have no connection to people, I don't need them in my life.
Okay, but if someone's a bad person because they did this or believe that when they were 25, leave the door open.
Yeah,
people change sometimes for the better.
Listen, here's another.
If they treat you bad,
I'm the second youngest person in a very large family. The second youngest person. Everyone is older than me. So no, there's not a single person I'm judging off of what they did when they were 25.
Okay.
I am judging people off how they acted when they were adults with children. And at that point, I think you can judge who a person is. and you can take the things they do to be actual showing of who they are. Like, at what point in your age do actions dictate who you are as a person?
What is it about the guys that are hosts / board ops on this show that have family issues? What's his name?
It's kind of true because Smooth Brain certainly didn't like his daddy.
I have no problem with my. It's nothing with my immediate family. I love my.
We bring up his
family.
dad a lot just to kind of poke, which is god awful.
Because we're
And he's like, I don't. I go, call your dad. Like, just call your mom, call your
Yeah,
dad.
we
I
always
was
say.
going through that, and I was trying to.
I'm
And
not gonna put them on blast. It's just like they're not a part of my life anymore. I just don't. They're not a part of my life ever again. They're just. I said this isn't what I need in my life, and I walked away. That's what you should do, in my opinion. I think you should walk away from things that don't make you happy.
Oh man, let's see here. Ask Oli if he wasn't a Cardinals charity case, would any other major league team hire him? He's a lame duck manager. They're keeping around while there are no expectations to win. Loser. Rock, you want to ask him that one? I got the Mason question.
I think is that a good one to add the my guy afterward?
My guy, yeah.
Listen, my guy. No,
we gotta talk.
I don't think that'll be my
Those are
question.
my
No.
two favorite things when he drops in a my guy or a, oh no.
Oh no!
I
Can't
need to
go get out of his house.
I dropped in an oh no the other day and it didn't hit. God, it hurt. It hurt.
Oh.
It hurt when it didn't work.
Oh man. Yeah, nothing like going to a Christmas family function and chaos breaks out and you're uncomfortable and this, that, and the other. I don't know. I used to love hanging with my cousins. Like I had such a great childhood. I feel like I'm sorry.
It was honestly my favorite.
I'm so
thing in the
glad I
world.
did it. I think it helped me out a lot.
I loved growing up with a super big family, a ton of cousins.
I had a ton of cousins. A lot of them were older than me too.
Loved it.
And I would look up to it so much going and hang with them, Sucks. Like, I don't know. When Rock says that, it kind of makes me sad a little bit.
Me too.
This
Seriously.
is a good one. Question for Oli. With the cat being around less, how will he cope with seeing him less? Is he grieving or was he the reason?
Oh, that's a damn.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna try to put him on the spot like a
No,
company.
that'd be-
decision.
Yeah, okay.
But I would say he's celebrating.
Yeah.
I'll answer for him, but I don't want to put him on the spot with he's not part of FanDuel.
Yeah.
So somebody
Everything will be fine.
Somebody commented in the chat that I said that blood is thicker than water, and I use that quote kind of facetiously because people get it wrong. Blood is thicker than water. Literally, is the quote's original meaning is supposed to be that you can choose your family. It's the blood of friendship is thicker than the water of the womb. It's literally saying that you can pick your family, and you can pick the people who are your family, and it's about who you blood bond with as friendship. It's not about who you were born to or who you were born around.
If
That's what the actual phrase means, and that's why I use it.
If I may, I think the Bee Gees nailed it when they sang, "Love is higher than a mountain, love is thicker than water."
Then they fell off the face of the earth right after the 70s.
Well, disco
They're
died.
sitting on $150
I'm just
million.
saying.
Well, didn't disco die?
Disco died, baby.
Didn't
Like that.
didn't
Just
rock
like
and
glam
roll-
metal.
Didn't rock and roll like have multiple moments at baseball stadiums where they caused large fires because they were burning disco records?
That was in
What?
Chicago. That was Bill Veck Disco Demolition Day.
Yeah,
Mm.
it turned into a riot.
Turned
Cam.
into a riot. But no, the Bee Gees, like they had
Monster
hit
hits.
after hit after hit.
Monster hits. That
They're in the
it's
Rock
still
and
being
Roll
played.
Hall of Fame.
They're still being played right now at weddings, to this, to that. Never ending.
And they were beautiful men.
Beautiful.
They were
Good looking men.
beautiful men.
I always
Very
one of my favorite things because whenever we bring up disco, like one of my favorite things for especially for a guy like Cam, who's a big Nirvana guy, a big Foo Fighters guy, is what's his name, the drummer. Why am I blanking on the name? The drummer in Nirvana, lead singer of Foo Fighters. I'm blanking on his name.
Kenny Rogers.
No.
Nope.
Not him.
This guy's son of a gun.
But he talks about how essentially all his drum riffs for Nirvana were basically Dave Grohl. Sorry,
Dave Grohl.
were
yeah.
basically just ripped
Dun, dun,
from.
Dun, dun,
No, it was all ripped from disco bands like the Bee Gees and Gap Band and things like that, because it's all these off hit like kicks and things like that. And he's like, yeah, I just stole that from 70s disco and I repurposed it for 90s grunge. First of all, that's why music's beautiful, the fact that it worked. But it's also incredible that 70s jumps like a decade and a half and comes out on this thing that comes from like the darkest side of 80s rock, which is grunge, which is the furthest thing possible from the transfer from disco to rock,
Yeah.
and yet still Dave Grohl is pulling those drum beats
music
and these
is all-
kicks to make Nirvana.
He'd make fun of
happen.
himself and
it's
how
all- it's
easy
all-
it was to be a
I
drummer.
love
in
that
Nirvana.
clip too, because he's talking to Pharrell and he's like, "I'm not a good drummer, man. I stole everything in Nirvana."
But
It's
music
so
is
You didn't need to be a
interconnected.
good drummer in Nirvana.
And music is interconnected. And by the way, the greatest part of the disco era was Casey and the Sunshine Band,
Yeah, baby.
who had hit after hit. It was
Awesome.
the same song basically with the
No, 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 no,
simplest
no, no,
hook.
no. Baby, give it up. Baby, give it up. I told you.
I'm
That was
your boogeyman.
our
Okay,
goal
so-
song.
but I-
tonight.
Casey and the Sunshine Band was fantastic.
They're awesome.
Fantastic.
He's
But
still
the-
kicking.
We Are Live.
They
used
were
to-
the simplest songs you could ever write, though. It
We
was
Are
a
Live
hook.
used to finish their show with it every Friday. Man, it send you in the weekend the right way. Bobby Bowe says 2012 Cam Janssen would have never been cool with he, she, Rockio. We met in 2015.
We met 2015.
So yeah, how different were you in 2012?
I mean, I played with so many different guys and so many different things.
I was less angry in 2012.
I got along with everybody. I kind of did. There's a couple cats I was like, but I pretty much got along with all the different people I had to deal with over the years. Like I was
remember-
pretty good at getting along with everybody.
TJ?
It is.
Yeah, we almost fought a couple
I
times.
do
but
apologize because
Hadley?
like it was like the
we almost
first
fought
time,
a couple.
like one of the first times you ever did a show, you said something, and I was like, Cam, I don't think you can say that.
Oh yeah, there's a couple moments like
My
that.
dude.
Rock would be like, he'd be on the board up, and I'd say something. I'd just peek over. He'd be like this. I'm like, oh boy. All right, we're gonna go to break. Don't go anywhere. We got Oli Marmol coming next. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0. Let's go. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming at you. Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio, and of course, we like to welcome Cardinals manager Oli Marmol. Oli, what's going on? Sorry about being late. We're going to blame that on Matthew Rocchio.
Oh, he's pissing.
No,
I can
no.
see.
No. Don't blame him. Blame Jim. He's right next to you.
We usually do too. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Not a whole lot, man. Actually just got down to the place in Florida. Heading back to St. Louis tomorrow, and or maybe tonight, actually. Tomorrow morning, tonight. But looking forward to it.
Oli, you look great.
You do.
Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. I miss you. I know you don't miss me. But here's my thing, right? We have you on.
I do miss you, Jim.
We want you to say something newsy, or at the very least, say something that we can post out of context to try to get clicks, even if it makes you look bad. So what do you got for us?
That's beautiful. So like you. What else you got?
All right. Here's the thing. I have some questions. These guys have questions. And you've talked a lot about your relationship with Heim Bloom and all that. I have specific questions that I don't get. I try to read the tea leaves and whatever. My first question is, do you really see Wilson, if he's not traded, doing any catching? Because I read that that's a possibility. Is that real?
No, not for us. That's something we talked about. Excuse me. The transition to first has been really good. So if another team has interest in that, maybe that's where someone's running with it. But for the Cardinals, we've been very clear about our value in keeping him healthy. And last year he transitioned really well, man. He played a better first than I anticipated. And he took it serious. He got after it, and he ended up being really good at it. So first would be where we would keep him if he were to remain with us.
And he was really good, as you point out. Great fit for the teams, though. First base. Here's my other question. J.J. Weatherholt. So, to me, he's the guy when Heim talks about building for the future, but also being competitive and trying to be exciting for the year ahead. J.J. Weatherholt, every Cardinal fan wants to see him.
Yeah.
So, I think he needs a position, and I know that that's a movable subject in terms of who comes. Where do you think, as you sit right now, where do you think the best fit for him, if we're talking about a position for him that's sustainable, where he's not being moved around?
I think part of it is the versatility at the moment. And this is why our minor league group did a really nice job of making sure that he was comfortable at multiple positions, at short, at second, at third, because, we really don't know how this is going to play out. There's a lot of different things that can happen between now and opening day when it comes to a couple of our infielders, and we have to be ready for that. So it's hard to say today, Jim, all right, let's just put him at this position, because we haven't made any moves in the infield. So once that clears out a little bit and we have a better understanding as to what we have on the roster, then we can start to think through best position for him. But he does have the ability, man. I like this kid a lot. JJ's done a really nice job, and he impressed us a ton when he came to big league spring training. Usually that first spring training, man, it's going fast. You can see they're wide-eyed. They're just trying to take things in. This kid was relaxed, under control. There's a quiet confidence to him. So he impressed everybody. And his ability and versatility to play short, second, third is what's going to be helpful.
I saw that Liam Doyle at the Blues game the other day. He seems like a really nice kid. What can we know about it? What should we know about him?
He's got a little fire to him. I was talking to the new skipper over in San Fran during winter meetings, man, and we talked at length about him, and he spoke very highly of him. He said this guy's an ultra competitor, loves to take the ball, and we're going to have a lot of fun together. So everything I've heard up to this point has been super positive, and take his ability aside, just speaking to his competitive nature and overall personality, I think it's going to be an awesome fit and an exciting player for our fan base to see at some point.
And one of the young players, we're talking about the infield, we're talking about young players developing. Nolan Gorman, obviously, people have a lot of questions about him. My big focus for Nolan last year was that he just looked like his approach at the plate was different, and it looked like he had worked on that. For a young player like him, it seemed like he took a step in that part of his game. What did you see from him this past season in the development? How do you see that development continuing into 2026?
You broke up a little. You said Gorman, correct?
Yes.
You're absolutely right. And he's continuing to make those adjustments. And talking to him, he was able to kind of speak pretty clearly to he went a little overboard when it comes to getting the ball in the air pull side, and it led to having some holes in his overall approach, and he became easier to pitch to, and we saw the swing and miss kind of go up. He started to shorten up and think a little bit more line drive. He naturally is going to get the ball in the air, and when he does, it's really good for him. But trying to do that at all costs is not the play for him. So he's going to continue to make adjustments and try to flatten out and think through the middle of the field and not just pull side, because this is a guy, man, in the minor leagues, he showed the ability to drive the ball to the opposite gap with some real power. So we need to get back to that. He's working hard at it, and our hope is that we inch closer and closer to that. But this is a guy, I mean, even when he's struggling, man, the overall competitiveness and his desire to improve is there. It's hard to fault him. The game is hard, especially at the big league level, man.
Another young guy that obviously you guys want to get on track. A lot of talk about Jordan Walker. And tell me where I'm wrong. When he came back last year, he talked about working with the AA hitting instructor, moving his hands away from his body, and simplifying things. The whole thing was any movement that wasn't toward the baseball was wasted movement. And then he had a good 3-week stretch where he hit over 300, and then something happened where it got off the tracks. Where are you with him, and how do you try to get him back to that? Because it was a simplified swing.
So a couple things come to mind there. And I spoke to this at the winter meetings. There's a difference in his overall demeanor, ability to communicate than even a year ago. And that's really going to help, because there's a maturity to even, you don't want to say something to the player and they get defensive and then it just takes longer to make progress. Right now, you're able to have a conversation with them and you're getting really good feedback. Brownie's getting really good feedback from him. We've gone ahead and hired Casey and brought him on the staff. A lot of our young guys, man, have a lot of trust in this guy, in our AA hitting coach. So having him up in the big leagues with us is going to be helpful as well, just from a communication standpoint. So the game's been hard for him, and he's had to make adjustments. At times, he's made adjustments to please the org, and I said that during winter meetings. Now he's being a lot more truthful as to what feels comfortable, what doesn't feel comfortable, and how we want to move things forward. But I'm not giving up on Jordan Walker, man. He's still young. There's a ton of talent. I mean, a ton of talent there. And even when you look at his outfield play, that's improving. So now we got to lock back into the offense, and hopefully we have a better season.
One of the decisions you guys kind of made last year is that Kyle Leahy, who was brilliant and durable out of the bullpen, is going to be in the starting rotation, or at least report to spring training. I love the makeup of that kid. He wants the baseball. He doesn't care if it's 3-4 days in a row, and he's got the stuff to be a starter. I honestly, if I had to pick a dark horse to have double-digit wins, it would be him. I don't know how many innings he can do because he's a first-time starter. What do you think you have in him?
You said all the right things there for the first time, Jim.
I'm smart. I know the game. Here, I'm going to put my hat backwards so we can really relate now. Okay.
Join the club.
And by the way, before you answer that, I know on TMA you read your texts and everything.
Yes.
We want to do our own thing. So before we wrap this up,
I'll do whatever
we want
need.
you to show the W-2s, some of your pay stubs or something, so we can have our own thing.
You're such an idiot. I love it. Leahy. He's got the aptitude and the pitch arsenal to be able to do it. I love his demeanor, to your point. He takes the ball. He is ultra prepared. I mean, this guy, you look at someone that had an impact on a lot of our guys when it comes to preparation. Maton was incredible at that. But Leahy has done a really nice job of understanding what he does well, what he doesn't do well, and then attacking that and just closing the gap in his development. So in the same way with Libby, where we gave him an opportunity, we want to be able to do the same for Leahy and see if he can run with it. But I would bet on the fact that he runs with it, man, because he has the aptitude and overall ability to go through a lineup several times. So it'll be exciting to see him compete.
Mason Wynn last year had a great season, although he was banged up quite a bit. What's his next level look like?
I think the ceiling is very high. We're seeing a player, an elite defender, but the offense is going to come and match that, because he has the ability to do a lot of things and beat you in a lot of different ways. He can beat you with the glove. He can beat you on the bases. He can beat you with the bat. He can move the ball all over the field. He can hit it for power when he needs to. And that combination is rare. So I love what we're seeing in Mason. I think the development is on track, but offensively, I think we're going to see a guy that can spray the ball all over the field. He can take his hits when needed and have a really good two-strike approach, but hit for doubles and homers and pick his spots to do that. But as he continues to mature offensively, I love what we have in him. And let me tell you something. That knee was hurting, like hurting. And it was a daily conversation of, can you go? And man, he really wanted to fight for the club for as long as possible until we were out of it. And it resulted in us continuing to take our shot, but him winning the Gold Glove as well. And to do it under the conditions that not many people know how bad it was. He's a savage. I love the kid. I really do.
Another great young player, Ivan Herrera. Obviously, the conversation this offseason has been about him catching.
Yeah.
From your perspective as a manager, building out your lineup day to day, how much flexibility and how much of a luxury does that become for you if Ivan Herrera can be a catcher in addition to playing DH and things like that with all the depth you have?
Ton of value, especially with that bat, and then it opens up the DH for us to have a little bit of flexibility or match up righty lefty. So there's a ton of value in him being able to do that. What I will say, he's being set up for success right now when it comes to the overall curriculum of being prepared for game calling and just having a reason behind everything he does. Our guys in Poggy and Go-Go and Surf and Dusty, that entire group, Pierpont, have put together a really detailed curriculum, and they go through it every day with them, either in person or over Zoom. And man, it's a lot, but I can tell you that he's going to come into spring training the most prepared he's ever been. So we want to give him the best opportunity to have success back there, and then we'll make our call.
Can we do a couple of fan submitted questions here for Ollie?
Sure.
Oh,
Okay,
man, I would love it.
We're not going to go too far off the rails here.
Go off the rail.
Says Ollie, my guy, what is something you learned in the minor leagues as a player or a coach that has stuck with you and helped shape you into the manager you are today?
A player really doesn't care how much you know until they know that you care about them, and not just on the field, but off the field. You have to spend time investing in these guys and in their personal lives, but also bringing value to their careers in order for them to care about anything else, man. And that's where the majority of the time is spent. When you come up through the minors and you're a manager in the minors, you don't have a bench coach. You have one pitching coach, one hitting coach, and that's it. So you are having to be really hands-on with the player, not only with the content on the field and making them better, but off the field. And I remember even being in the minor leagues in Johnson City, and you're in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, and just inviting the guys over for dinner, and Carson Kelly's and that whole group, and just getting to know them. And as you continue to grow with them as players, they trust you, and it's easier to have that conversation when things aren't going well, and you have to call them out on something, and you got to kind of drill down. Then they know that you're coming from a good place of wanting them to be better and not just attacking them. So really diving into that aspect is key.
And Rooster has a really crucial question. Is it uncomfortable to have to wear your hat forward when you're in uniform?
Man, I love people. It's a topic, huh? It's interesting. Yes, I've worn it this way since I was 3. And I'm gonna tell you, it's probably not gonna change. It's comfortable. How dare you? Yes. I mean, zero disrespect by it, if that's how some people take it. But wearing it forward or backwards means nothing to me. So I apologize.
Now, for the record, we do have viewers and listeners. I know you doubted that, so we did want to share some of their questions.
No, I'm looking at one right here. Johnny C. Ask if Ollie in the front office calls the daily shots on the field, batting order, bullpen usage of the day. Here's what I would say. This is a good one because I actually get this one a decent amount. In the 4 years that I managed, I've never had a front office member come down and question a bullpen move or dictate a lineup or anything like that. So if there's something you don't like on the field when it comes to how I use the bullpen or the order of my lineup, blame me, because I'm the only one responsible for that. I sit down obviously with Scalzo and go through the lineup and make sure that we're aligned when it comes to the most effective lineup for that day based on guys being injured or banged up or needing a day, whatever the case may be. And with Dusty and Hooley for bullpen usage to make sure we keep guys healthy. And we're taking care of them. But if you don't like something, man, this is the dude to blame right here.
When I look at your body of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Players, even when things were tough, still play for you. I'm in there. I see it. You went through Mo, got along with him. I know you have a good relationship with him. But
Sure.
if you don't win, sometimes, and this kind of relates to what you just answered before about the hat. But when you don't win, then the fans are cranky. They want a pound of flesh, and they're going to blame the guy who's the field leader, you. But
Sure.
I sense, Ollie, that there's a bit of a change, and that fans are starting to come around and enjoy Oli Marmol. Now, you still probably get death threats, and you probably get DMs, that call you names we can't say here. Do you sense that maybe things are changing, and that maybe fans are appreciating Oli Marmol more?
I will say to answer, yes. And
Ring the bell.
I've spent all last offseason in St. Louis. We stayed there the entire time. Instead of coming down to Florida, we'll spend the majority of our offseason in St. Louis again. And I will say, man, the support has been awesome. And just walking the streets, going to dinner, whatever the case may be, whether I'm by myself or with my wife and two little ones, people have been amazing in expressing their support as far as even when things weren't going well. Our fans have been awesome. I have to credit them. Yeah, there's going to be your Twitter idiots, and that's fine. They'll still exist. I wish I could meet half of them, but it's been unreal, and I appreciate it, man, because I mean, you're walking the streets with your wife and kids, and people randomly come up and just thank you and say like, hey, listen, I know it hasn't been well, but you've done really good with the group that you've had, and in their own way express their appreciation and the history of this organization. Heim did a really nice job of expressing like what's the pitch to our fan base. His quote over winter meetings was really good when it comes to, man, our fan base doesn't have a light switch where you turn it off and on. Like, we need this group of players to feel what it's like playing at Busch. And so to answer your question, yeah, it's 23. I would have answered differently, but the last couple of years, I've really appreciated the way the fans have approached me. It's been good.
Well, you start the season 0-6, and they're going to turn on you again. So don't do that. Oli, we appreciate you coming on, spending a few minutes.
That's all you got?
That's all. Well, I said 20. I said 15 minutes. You already got complained that you came on at 9:04 instead of 9. And if you, I'm just trying to be respectful.
You didn't like my text? What time does this 9 o'clock podcast start?
Yeah, that's Rocky right there. I figured he.
We got the news at the top of the hour. I texted him. I said 9:05 because I knew Jim didn't know about the top of the hour, despite it happens every day.
I'm here from my looks.
Now here we are.
Just not on as much as I would be TV wise. Oli, I thank you. We miss you, and I do appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Get some wins.
Yeah, baby.
Get some damn wins.
Wait, hold on. I have one more question. What's the challenge coin you got going in your hand?
Oh gosh, it was on my desk. This one is SEAL Team 1. It's been cool to meet some of these guys when they come into the stadium or on the road, San Diego sometimes, but just getting to talk to a couple different members of like SEAL teams and just understand some of the stuff they do. That one was sitting right on my desk when I sat down, so I grabbed it. Yeah.
Saw in your hand. I had to.
No doubt.
Thank you, Oli.
Thanks, Oli.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
On.
It's Oli Marmol.
What a cool cat he
Good
is.
job, guys.
Easy to talk to. You know what I mean?
He's a
Gave
good
you some
dude.
great answers. Down to earth.
They're gonna say, "Oh, too much
You know what I mean?
Rockio."
Too much Rockio. Sorry, guys.
Is it too much Rockio?
There was too much Rockio for a minute.
Less
there.
Rockio.
I was on
more Cam.
I was the big hammer for a second. We don't have time. The fact that you had your hat shifted the whole time and Jim did it halfway through was perfect.
I just think that that the more you hear from Oli, win or lose, and if they lose, he knows what the eventual outcome, if he doesn't win, will be. But I think the hatred for him, then it's from losing and everything. But he's a likable guy,
Yes.
and I'm telling you, the players play for him. even when things aren't going well.
And I will
How
say
people
that
can't like him
I
in
will say this
these
too,
interviews.
from experience
Fantastic.
with the social media stuff and people ragging on you on social media. You're like, God, the whole fan base hates you. But then you walk around town and you go to restaurants, and that's not the case. People in St. Louis are pretty cool. Sports fans in St. Louis, I'm telling you, they treat you completely different when they see you in person. That's just my experience, and I've heard he said the same thing, and I just it put a smile on my face, Jimmy. I like that. Way to go, St. Louis fans. It's okay to chirp, but just not in public, and they don't.
Sometimes you just look at Twitter, you know, that's a little slice. That's not everybody.
Not everybody.
I did not think he was able to see the full chat.
Oh
I
God.
thought he was only able to see ones that we put up. So him just being like, no, here's a good one.
You know what though? But it also
was
shows
amazing.
like he's not afraid of nothing.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
like
awesome.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
reading the chats while he's.
There was one point, if you go back and watch, you can see there's another point after that where you see his arm kind of like slowly low on the screen go to the right, and then his eyes go to the right, and then you can see him kind of like reading, and I'm like, oh, he went back to the chat and scrolled through a couple, and there was a couple new ones, and I'm like, he's reading these ones, and then he makes the comment about the Twitter people, and I'm like, yep, this
Somebody
is
said
all happening in real time.
Somebody said something funny like, can Ollie go down in the Blues locker room and get the boys fired up?
He's a good dude. I will say though, with the weather whole thing, and I understand there's movable parts, so you don't want to say, but I think one of the goals is to try to make your moves, and then find that guy a sustainable spot, which puts him in the best position to succeed, because he's a guy you're going to need for the future, but also to give the fans something. Along with the guys,
Damn
that,
right.
like I don't think Herrera's going anywhere. I don't think Burleson's going anywhere. Obviously, Wynn's not. They have some pieces that are going to be fun to watch. Do they have enough pitching? Remains to be seen, because they're going to have to add some. But that's one thing I would disagree. But Rock, you've heard that too. Like someone said somewhere, no, Wilson could kind of be part of the catching.
I think
Ali
Ollie
explained
said-
it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be more
But it
of like-
wasn't. But that's not the way it was interpreted.
And I think even if you listen to the full context of the question, he was talking about like other teams. It might be a little added bit is that Contreras that he can still catch. I think it was about his potential value to other teams.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to, and you want to find a place he's willing to go
And
to.
also, I think we should point it out that when the Cardinals signed him, the Cardinals were the only ones who were signing him as a catcher. Everyone else was already talking about him being a DH or transitioning to
Right.
first base. So I can't imagine at 3 years older, there's a lot of teams who are thinking, oh, yeah, we can play him a catcher.
Plus, if he doesn't want to do that, and that's what the team's saying are going to put him, maybe he doesn't want to be there. He, to his credit, he made himself a very good first baseman, and I think that took a lot of people by surprise because he was excellent.
Cam, that's most people don't have the courage to say those things they have the courage to say those things online, but they don't in person. They have the luxury of hiding behind the screen. Well, at least they don't in person.
Wouldn't you like to see his pay stubs? That
Yeah,
could be our thing.
I'd like to see a lot of pay stubs.
He did show me some of the DMs he gets that he can't read on the air.
Yeah,
and they are
Okay,
vile.
I would really like it as a complete joke is for him to trot out to give away the lineup cards, not only in a backwards hat, but a uniform of like legitimate shorts and a sleeveless shirt. Like just completely jog out there to give away the lineup card, backwards hat, sleeveless jersey, and shorts. And
Do
then
it.
just watch a certain, like you'll be able to see like the combustion, like a nuclear cloud in one part of St. Louis as all the people with blue hairs heads literally explode in mass. It'll be fantastic.
What do you mean by blue hair? Because I think okay. Well, why are you calling blue hair?
blue hair old ladies.
It's like a
it's a comment about like it's a joking term for like old women.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like a saying, a
Okay.
phrase that
Okay.
describes a certain group.
Okay,
Probably a group that Rock hates.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
he hates a lot of them.
he does.
You hate the olds?
Essentially, what happened is that when there used to be a just googling it, there used to be a way to rinse out the yellowing of gray hair, and it would turn your hair kind of bluish.
Is that what it
Hence
is?
why old women got called blue hair. And so when I say blue
When
hair,
you
it's
say
like,
blue hair, I'm thinking of
you're
you
thinking
know
of-
what I'm
you're
thinking of.
like the
Yes.
the goth like
Yeah,
yeah.
they're usually protesting.
alternative chick. Yeah,
By
I
the
know what
way,
you're thinking, but it's old people is what I'm making jokes. So yeah, he needs to completely lean into the fact that people somehow can't not be bothered by a man just turning his hat backwards.
What is that?
What?
Somebody said, "Cat Iggy's dunking on you on the TMA."
Okay, so I was gonna avoid this earlier.
I'm sorry.
Earlier when I brought up the picture that popped up on Facebook, it was because Iggy had posted a screenshot of the headline from Caesar and just said, "Oh, great, more Alexa." Apparently, I've now been told that he has deleted that post.
Well, I try to
You
be
donate?
nice. Yeah. You can't be nice to that guy.
Maybe that's why maybe somebody reminded him that you donated, and so he was like, "Oh yeah,
Megan
I was
Miller
just-
Foundation.
I
like
was just- I was-
$100.
guys, he's just kidding."
Yeah, he's
Always
my
remember,
friend.
he's just kidding.
$100 you donate.
I was
He's
holding
dunking
back.
He's dunking on you getting fired, but hey, guys, just friendly jokes.
Yeah, it's clear
The
what he
livelihood
meant.
of your
It's fine.
family, no big
But
deal.
I have some things that I was holding back because I didn't want to be mean on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
But now maybe I will.
Uh-oh.
Ollie did text me just now and say, actually enjoyed that.
Oh,
Good job.
cool.
fellas."
And you know what? Somebody did chime in. He comes on a low level, and I mean extremely low level internet radio show, and this like this, and answers every question. He's the right guy for the job. That's from Bobby.
He's winning people over. I've been saying
He's
that.
cool.
I know that the chat line doesn't appreciate that, but I'm a simp for Ollie. I'm just saying, I'm out there as much as anyone. I'm telling you, the feedback I get, more and more people are getting on board with Ollie. Like I said, though, you start the season 0-6, they're going to turn right back on you.
Yes, they will.
Got to win at some point. Now, maybe this isn't the year for it, but he'll be around. He'll be around.
Oh, let's see. Get him in, by the way. We're live on YouTube. Go to Lou Info. Or go to YouTube and type in Lou Info and chat away. A lot of them coming in today.
Cam, you got any challenge coins?
Huh?
You got any challenge coins?
Yes. I have a ton.
I figured you would.
I have a-
I wanted to ask.
I have a
'cause
ton.
It was just a random thing that
But
came
you're
up again.
supposed to, if you go around, they give you one of those,
Mhm.
and you see them again,
Mhm.
and you don't have it on you,
Yeah, they're gonna get you.
they're gonna get pissed.
Yeah, they're gonna get pissed.
But then I have like 50 of them.
Then you're gonna have to drink too.
I got 50 of them, and they're going to be in the alumni box tonight, and somebody's going to call me out if I don't have one. So I'm going to bring one or two and just put them in my pocket. But that was very observant of you. Didn't even notice he did that.
It was random. It was at the end. All of a sudden, he had it, and he turned it, and I saw the logo, and I was like, I'm 90% sure that's a Marine Challenge.
Mhm.
coin. And
Yeah, I got a ton of them. They're cool. Very detailed. Some badass dudes gave me those. And girls, actually.
Strom says, I know Ollie didn't get to answer, but we all know Navy hats on the road are preferred. That's honestly where the Morning Radio Alliance can probably be formed at. Is us, TMA, and Ollie can get all on the Navy road caps.
The Cardinals uniforms are great when whatever they
I
put
don't
on the
really,
field.
I don't really care.
They all look good.
Yeah,
The whites look so sharp, dude. That red and white looks so damn good.
absolutely.
I mean,
love the
so
is-
damn good.
Is Saturday or Sunday off white?
What's that?
Is it Saturday or Sunday that does the off-white?
Saturdays?
Saturday off white. I
The
love
cream.
the cream.
Cream looks good
I
too.
love the Saturday cream jersey. It's fantastic.
I think it was Sunday, then it was Saturday.
Okay. I was
Kind of
okay,
mix
thank you.
mix.
I wonder how much merch Cardinals sell.
Oh,
Oh,
they-
God,
they
Ice
do-
and the Blues.
They do
Jeez.
pretty well.
Every time I go to the game, that place in there is
But the thing
packed.
about the Cardinals is I imagine every corner sports store though in like Nebraska is probably has a lot of White Sox, a lot of Cubs stuff, but probably has a ton of Cardinals stuff.
Yes.
Nebraska, Iowa, like that's
Yeah.
the thing about
Arkansas.
Cardinals. Arkansas is like I'm sure like those
There's
little
a-
retail
a-
places
I guarantee.
always just have
Southern
tons of
Illinois.
Cardinals stuff.
You know what I wanted to ask him.
What? Get him back on real quick.
No, because it would have been a funny thing to ask him. How would you react to say the media people that would refer to you as a cheap choker?
Oh man.
I would have
Damn it.
asked that if I
Damn
thought-
it.
Yeah, you were sticking up for Ali years ago.
I'm just telling you. You didn't hear me say that stuff
When
about
Seth
Filthy.
said the cheap choker, your eyes blew up.
If he were on where Rock is, would he call him a cheap? choker?
No,
That's all
Remember,
I was pointing.
we
out.
had that clip. Marmol choked.
Also, cheap is
I don't think. No,
cheap
no,
is
no,
a wild adjective
He
to
said-
throw onto that.
no.
He said Marmol choke.
He added the cheap choker, and then it kind of blew up from there. But he just said it. He didn't say anything for 38 minutes, and then he goes, "Marmol choked." We all stopped and looked at him like, and Jim's like, "Would you say that to him?"
Yeah, and the truth is, Rocket kind of
Hilarious.
explains how I do on the radio. I added like a little wrinkled cheap choker, and then it was established into the record that he said cheap choker. Really, he said choker. I added the cheap to make it work.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
the
yes,
cheap
yes.
does make it a lot worse.
Blue Hairs is a different group now. Surprised Rock isn't up to speed. Putty chains. That's why I was confused, buddy. That's why I was confused.
I'm not. Yeah, he says blue hairs are now woke kids with septum rings.
That's what I see.
I'm not changing my terminology for you freaks.
Now we know.
You know,
Trivia question for you, real quick, Rock. Fast. See if you get it.
hit me.
What's the biggest city without a major sports team? Go.
Oh, God.
Come on. 10,
Biggest city without a sports
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Richmond.
2, 1. Go.
Charlotte. No.
No.
I'm trying to think.
It's in a big. No.
Sarasota.
No.
Bozeman.
Big city. Expensive city. A lot of people moving there.
Palm Springs. Sorry.
Oh, it's Florida.
Boca Raton.
No.
Austin.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that works.
Get on your
They
game.
have a professional. They have a professional football team.
Okay. You know what I was saying.
UT baby.
You know what I was saying. Austin. Isn't that weird? No
It is.
baseball down there?
I mean, it's boomed over the last 20 years.
20 years it blew up. But
Baseball's
still.
expanded 0 times in that time frame.
Texas, big state.
Big state,
The
baby.
Cowboy-
a lot of
the Cow-
people.
The Cowboys won't allow another football team into
Well-
the state. Basketball already has 3 Texas teams. So the problem is there's no leagues. You know what Austin does have?
What?
Soccer team, because there's no other blockers. Like, I mean, how big is Texas hockey? Is it big enough for a second team?
Nah.
Exactly. So, like, where are you finding a pro team
I don't know.
to put into Austin? Because every other league except for the MLS was in one way or another kind of blocked out.
There's money there too.
There's
There's
money.
a lot of money.
There's
there. A lot of
money.
young people.
Yes.
Maybe that's
And the weather is actually, it's not as bad as you think as far as the heat. It's kind of like in a,
Delicious.
it's got its own little weather system there in the middle of Texas, man.
Got to have some coin to live there too. to get
Yeah.
those things.
The last 20 years.
Can you imagine Texas? One part of Texas, you had a great house for $200K. That same house probably in Austin, 800.
You could
900K.
find monster houses outside way out. I mean, you got to drive
Yeah.
a little ways on acreage, monster houses for freaking cheap. But you're in the middle of nowhere. You're in the middle of nowhere. West Texas. Ooh, doggy. That's a little too much. A little too
Good job,
bare.
guys.
it's a barren wasteland.
I know.
Oh my God.
West Texas. Ooh, man,
You'd
oh
be
man.
great there, Cam. You wouldn't have to run into anybody.
I'll be seeing people all day today. I got to go do a thing right after this with Brad Hall and way out in River City Casino. Then I got to drive all the way
Wait, you
home.
going to River City?
Yeah.
What?
For a new luncheon with Holly.
Ooh.
And I got to go home and change. and go
Luncheon
there.
sounds a little too early to play blackjack. Never mind.
Do
I
you have to
just-
speak or just eat?
No, I just got to go and show up and support them. I don't have to do anything, but I got to go there and then go all the way home, then change again, then go all the way back downtown. Just a long day. But we'll be tomorrow, guys. If you guys want to come see us at Steve's Hot Dogs in Chesterfield, get some hot dogs, hang out with the boys. Me, Twister, Ribs, Losey, and Soupy will be there hanging out, doing our thing, man. Have a couple drinks, eat some damn good hot dogs. Try our barbecue sauce out if you guys want to. We'll be there from 12 to 3 at Steve's Hot Dogs in Chesterfield. Hey, we're going to do our guarantees, by the way. Thank you. We are going to do our guarantees thanks to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. St. Louis, you want a backyard paradise next summer? Talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors now. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors is a family-owned St. Louis business helping families make the most of their backyard. From pools and patios to outdoor kitchens, fire features, and even sport courts. They'll design and build the perfect retreat for relaxing, entertaining, and making memories. With free on-site consultations, professional designs, and over 25 years of experience, Merrimack Pools and Outdoors will bring your vision to life. Start your backyard transformation today at SplashSTL.com. That's SplashSTL.com. Get on that now so it's ready in May. We're going to go to break. Don't go anywhere. This is Hot Take Central 2.0. Let's go, baby. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio, not Rocchio. But if you want to call him Rocchio, you can.
He pulled it off today.
You can. Now you did. Rock did a damn good job.
Great job.
You did a damn good job. It was good to see Oli. It makes it easier, by the way, when you do these.
Yes.
Oh my God. It makes it
And
so much
also,
easier when you're
just like,
looking at a guy.
also, Jim, thank you. I just gotta say thank you to Jim for like mentioning it to Oli and like actually broaching the subject. Because when you said Ollie's going to join the phone, I was just like, okay, we'll join on the phone. We'll make audio clips, so we'll put on a picture of him. But obviously, the video works so much better because now me and Joe can sit here, we can break down the video, and now we can repurpose this interview on a bunch of STL Sports Central shows today and throughout the weekend. And it's just a lot more fun to see the actual video of Oli saying these things instead of just hearing the audio. And so it makes the content better for
Yes.
the interview. It makes the content better for the social media posts about the interview. It makes everything better. So thank you to Oli. Thank you to Ken.
Yeah, Oli said no video. I was like, I don't know if we do that. Let me check.
And thank you to Oli, by the way, because he does it. He does like the weekly ones with Camel X, but it is a slightly different setup here than it was at Camel X, and he ran through it, did incredible, set it up all on his own. So thank you much for him for bringing it up, made the interview better, and it's going to help us out a lot. So
Look
thank
how
you.
good that looks.
I
Look how
think
good that looks.
Dave, we want to do it here, Dave.
we could.
Can we get called up to here?
We could.
Maybe we'll raise our game. Probably.
We got to raise our game a little
Probably.
bit. We got to raise
Probably.
our game. Hey, we're going to do our guarantees.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is Guarantee Friday, by the way. When you buy a hot tub, you want value that lasts. At St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, their low overhead means premium, American-made products priced better than the competition. And ooh, my stomach. Ooh, boy, sorry about that, dudes. Holy cow.
I think I heard that over
American-made products priced better than the competition and the best price guaranteed in town. They'll beat any local dealer on a comparable model. With over 38 years in business and 400 plus five-star reviews, you could trust they'll be here to service your spa long after the sale. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, the best price. Visit besthot-tub-prices.com today. That's besthot-tub-prices.com today. Check that bad boy out. All right, you want to do our guarantees?
Yeah, I'm going to start.
Mine are kind of weak.
do they involve murder?
No.
Well, then I like them
Well,
much
here.
better than last week.
Did somebody get murdered last weekend? I
Yes,
think two
yes,
people.
yes, you're
All
fine.
Notre Dame got snubbed in the playoffs. They came back and they got a special deal with the NCAA. So they're even, but they have to win. So based on college football always favoring Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love will win the Heisman Trophy. That's my lock. First of all, he's a good player. I wrote down some numbers. Can't really read 1,372 yards rushing, 6.9 yards per carry. Of course, Ahmad Hardy had 6.5 yards per carry, close, maybe better, more total yards than Love, but he's not in the Heisman finalist. But I'm going Love.
Okay.
They're going to have to give it to somebody.
I like that.
Why not give Notre Dame the win? And then my other one, Phillip
why not?
Rivers. I don't know if he's starting for the Colts. I think it's still TBD. But here's my lock. He will not start. But in a move that's going to surprise a lot of people, Marvin Harrison Sr. will start at wide receiver. He's 53.
Yep.
But he's doing Pilates, and he's really in good shape. So those are my locks.
Okay.
Are those okay, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fantastic. Love it.
Okay, mine are that girl's gonna get fired over the weekend. What do you mean? That's a hot topic, baby.
We're gonna
She's
go-
gonna get fired.
Let's go with that girl in parentheses.
What's her name?
That girl
It
gets
doesn't matter.
fired.
More creepy stuff's gonna
The
come
other
out.
woman. Just say
More
the other
creepy stuff is gonna come out this weekend involving Sharon. More stuff. You'll see.
I'm sorry.
More.
Can I just get a quick qualifier just so we know how to grade this after on Monday? Affair, forced abortion,
It's fair follow-up. I know.
just affair, forced abortion, murder, threatened murder.
No.
Sorry. Stalked for 2 weeks.
I'll tell you.
And threatened murder.
Broken her
I'll
house.
tell
Broken
you.
her
Into
house.
the house. How do you get more creepy?
There's another girl that's gonna come out.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
That's your prediction?
Yes.
That's a good one.
no doubt.
That's a good
Another
okay.
female will come out.
Hey, you have a third one or just rolling with two today?
I'm
I
rolling
got
too.
4. Well, Philip Rivers is gonna get hurt.
We don't know if he's starting.
I thought he
No.
was.
we don't know.
If he starts, he's gonna get hurt.
You're not listening
If
to
he
me.
starts, he's gonna get hurt.
Okay.
And
Right? You didn't check, right? We don't. We just. It's still TBD, right?
Here's one more, just for shites and giggles.
Let's change this morning.
Army will speak after this weekend.
Oh.
Wow, they're only 4 points out of a lock.
Army will speak after this weekend. They gotta pass them,
Cam,
50 teams.
7-2 last night.
I know. It ain't good. And the effort, he didn't say effort, but it is effort, because effort is clearing the front of the net. Effort's doing,
Getting back,
getting back. Effort's, in the offensive zone, going to the dirty, hard areas. It's all effort.
pushing
And that's-
someone out of the way so they don't get a juicy rebound.
You're going to have to play perfect, man. Like, you're going to have to, and they're certainly not doing that. So I think
So
it's gonna be,
Cam's guarantees that girl gets fired.
Yep.
More
You know
creepy
which one.
stuff from Sharon, or how, as Cam says it, Sharon. Philip Rivers gets hurt. And
Wait, he
Army
said
talks
second other woman. That
after
should be
this weekend.
Yeah, you got to tie
second other
There'll be
woman.
another
Okay,
woman
fair
that
enough.
comes out.
And then Jim's guarantees that Jeremiah Love wins the Heisman and Philip Rivers will not start, but Marvin Harrison Sr. does, wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts.
I like it. I like it.
I like when we take the show super seriously.
Oh, can we?
Thank you,
Can,
St.
can
Louis
we?
Hot Tub Warehouse.
Can we pummel Grant now that he's here?
Yeah, Rock, let him know, because
Come on, Rock.
we could look even better.
We're a
We could
transparent
look
show.
even
Could've looked a lot
better.
if I could have set up 2 cameras. But unfortunately, I had 1 camera battery this morning. Exactly. And where was one of the cameras, Grant? Yes, it was. Was it plugged into a charger? No, it
Probably
was
not. Probably not.
Well, there was another camera that was plugged into a charger without a battery in it.
Grant, come here.
Come here.
Grant,
both-
come here.
So both
No, you're the
and-
veteran.
Both
Grant,
Grant
come here.
and Wilson.
You were going to win the award this year.
Put your face on here
You were going to be Rookie of the Year,
And
and now
explain-
I don't know.
and explain what
Walk
Rock.
over there. Borrow
Turn
the
around.
cat's mic. Borrow the cat's mic. Walk over and borrow the cat's
What do
mic.
you have to say for yourself, sir? You're going to get the Calder.
Watch the beverages.
I'm sorry.
Look into the
There you
camera.
go.
It's right there.
Hey, sometimes hand up. That's on me. I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't dish blame elsewhere. That's my fault.
Say, I'm sorry, Matthew Rocchio.
I'm sorry, Matthew
There
Rocchio.
it
I'm sorry,
is.
Jim
That's all you
Metcalf
needed.
Hayes. I'm sorry, Cam Janssen. Who?
We had Oli Marmol on today.
And then we needed another camera, and obviously we didn't have one, so we only saw
That's
half
why
his
we're on the
face.
big boy set, because we finally got something worthwhile that Dave Green said isn't counterproductive.
Was his hat?
backwards.
It was backwards when
Okay.
we asked him about it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We did. We
That's
did
fine.
our
Mine
due
was too.
diligence for journalism.
Good.
Very much.
Thank you.
Gino has a guarantee. He goes, my guarantee is Greener's going to disinfect the whole studio after Cam leaves.
Oh, that was not called
ass.
for.
Greener would like
Good
to have one
content.
studio
Good
not smell like the St. Louis Sweats, a.k.a. Cam Janssen. That's not very nice either. You going to make fun of my hair next? Sexual harassment. I'm not going to put up with it.
Yeah, we can't do that anymore,
We
guys.
get
Can't do
buried on there.
I know.
We get buried.
Buried.
Science disagrees with the cat. He says Mendoza's winning the Heisman.
Throw some coin down, baby.
He's on the #1 team, and the other guy is on a team that's not in the playoffs.
That
But-
got snubbed, and the NCAA
Yeah.
works
I can see where you're coming from.
for
with that.
Notre Dame. Which program just got this sweetheart deal that no one ever heard of.
But it's also
before.
it's also a sweetheart deal that's only going to last like 2 more years because the playoffs going to expand beyond what the deal is. It's only for 16 teams, right?
Up to 16.
Yeah, it's not going to be for 16 for much longer. Even to 16, we're going to be past. We're going to
The
blow
point
past.
is they
16.
created the Notre Dame rule. I think Love wins the
I
high.
have
Plus,
to be-
I
have
think
to be
the Notre
positive that
quarterbacks.
Dame-
I think the quarterbacks cancel
Yes.
each other out because there's really no quarterback that is. Yes, they're all should be in the discussion. I don't think there's one numbers wise that really rises above everyone clearly. Give it to the running back. 6.9 yards a carry.
My thought process was give it to Rodriguez, the linebacker from Texas Tech, because there's no running back or quarterback who had
Same
dominant season.
same thought process, right?
Gino goes wrong, Rockio. The deal takes into consideration the playoff expansion.
to 16.
Mhm.
He just
I'm reading something.
I'm reading a text.
I'm reading here.
Also, we're 100% sure it's still 16 because I've seen stipulations for 14. I just hadn't seen stipulations for the 16 team. You're on camera now, Grant. By the way.
Oh, and Dave Green just texted me.
What do you say?
Congratulations, Grant got a promotion.
Wow, way to go.
He's now director of camera charging. It's kind of like naming Hadley director of finance.
And you don't get paid more. It's a promotion without any pay. Is Joe Burrow okay?
Like,
I don't know.
physically?
I don't know. Didn't he come out and say he's going through a tough time mentally and stuff like that? Was that blown out of proportion?
I think he
He
just
didn't-
hates playing for a bad football team.
Putting up 30 or more points and still losing. What do you mean?
Yeah, Andrew Luck retired early because he was all sad because the Colts couldn't win consistently.
Is that why he
And-
did it?
Well, and they are also.
He
was
seems like a
getting his-
pretty
he
cool
was
guy.
Getting his head taken off.
Just get killed.
Yeah, and no one's surprised because everyone knew when they drafted Jamar Chase instead of Penei Sewell that they were probably just going to get Burrow killed for a few seasons while Jamar Chase went off, and they went to a Super Bowl, and those things happened, and every part of that prediction happened to the point of Joe Burrow getting murdered, and now he's a little broken.
Was that Super Bowl a little shady? Was that against the Rams in LA? Yeah. Did they get a call at the end of the game? Was it a holding call?
Yeah,
But there's every game.
That happens
I'm
every
just
game
asking.
nowadays in the NFL.
People were
Yeah.
bitching. I just remember popped in my head. They're completely complaining about
That's
that.
fair, but
All right. You know,
if I'm not going to bitch about the Rams, I don't know.
What's the big games this weekend? Football wise, any big dogs going at it?
Country's going at it.
Yeah. Are you watching that? All right. Okay.
What are we watching?
The big
Navy-
game, I mean,
Army,
the
Navy?
only real big game this weekend is obviously down at Shape. It's on Saturday night. Pelicans
San
take on the San
Francisco.
Francisco
Let's go.
Giants.
Let's go.
And it's on the Plus channel again, not on Prime or anywhere. I
Oh crap! Is it really?
think so. I
You should
looked.
go to the Key afterwards and get a cocktail and a
Actually,
burger.
no joke. If anyone cares, no one does. I will be at the Key after the
Yeah,
after
check
the
it out.
Pelicans game eating a burger. It is on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I don't have that.
How do you not have ESPN Plus?
That's what the Blues game's on tonight too. By the way, I was supposed to
It's
tell
where
you.
like if you get ESPN Plus, you can watch almost every college basketball game for any team. Trust me, you'd love it.
I probably have it and just don't
you
know how to
probably
find it.
do
You
have
probably
it,
do.
and you just have another controller sitting right there that you look at every single day, but you never touch. It's right there. You're spending money on it, and you don't even know.
I want to watch Lou. I'm becoming a fan. I still think Missouri's better than we've seen. I'm not ready to write them off, but I love college basketball.
Not one word about SLU soccer. Gee, nice, Rock.
Game tonight, they face off against NC State in the semifinal in the College Cup. You can watch the game at there's a bunch of different watch parties going down tonight. Humphreys is a watch party. Amsterdam is a watch party. I know there's a third one, but I'm blanking on it, and I apologize. I think I'm going to go down to Amsterdam to watch the game tonight.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, so big game for the Billikens. So, sorry that I forgot about the Billikens soccer. My apologies. They play tonight, NC State. It's on ESPNU. There are watch parties all around the city, usually in the city. Sorry, Cam. And so get out to one of those watch parties, support the Billikens.
I'll be in the
it's gonna
city
be a crazy
tonight.
game.
Also, the NBA Cup is going on. I know people
Yes!
love the Cup.
We're not gonna do that.
When you have an in season tournament, people just go
So I'll
crazy.
go crazy for that. That was so goofy when I did that
It's
over in
so
Europe.
dumb.
All right. Good job today, guys. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. Good job, Rock. Good job, Jimmy. Good job, Ollie. Good job, Cam. Yep, that's about it. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love all you guys. This is a Hot Take Central 2.0.